What up, though, people? Thank you guys for choosing to kick off the day with the Woo crew. It is Wake Up Woodward. What up, though, Flannel Sam? That is the vet of the squad, vet of the network, a Red Wings correspondent, all sports knower. It's your boy Brandon Dent at Cade Detroit Kool-Aid, your credentialed Pistons reporter and writer.
Yeah.
How you feeling, man?
I mean, mixed, because that Red Wings win was awesome, but that Pistons loss, I'm not gonna lie.
That was a gut punch.
Yes. Way to put it better than I could.
Definitely,
a gut punch, absolutely.
And I know we got the Around the City segment where we'll be able to talk a little bit about both those segments. Probably expand a little bit more though with the Red Wings. They did get the win.
Yeah.
And I just like listening to you talk Red Wings as well. And they deserve it. We talk about it, especially when these teams get those dubs. We make sure we check in and see what's going right and see what the forecast ahead is. Flannel Angelo, I'm sure that you can paint the picture for the people. But chat family, as always, you guys are the most important part of the Woo crew. Go ahead and smash that like button. Let's run up the likes today. Shout out to our brother Matt Broder, that dude Justin, chased GPT. I like it. I like it, man. I forget who came up with the name, but I like it. Chase GPT, how you doing this morning, bro?
Good morning. It was easy from the Woodward Heavyweights, Speakeasy Sports. He's the one who dubbed the name. I think it was like last week at some point, either like on Friday or Thursday or something. Might have been at like one of the watch parties, but
how do you rock with it?
I don't mind it. I thought it was really funny when he said it, and it rolls off really easily. So I just like.
You want to close the polls, or should we leave it open for like another week for the chat family?
I mean, if you guys want to leave it open, I don't think the nickname should be up to the person who wears it. Like that's usually something that like is given to you. So
I feel that. All right, you know what, chat family? Let's see if you guys can beat easy right now. The name at the top is Chase GPT. And you know what? What up, though? KG in the sound booth. Detroit's #1 draft pick. What up, though? Talk to me, Black Hollywood.
Hey, man, Chase GPT got a stick, bro. That's the one right there. That's the one. But, hey, feeling good, man. A little bit better than yesterday. You know you can't keep a good brother down for too long, so it's day by day with this shit. But, hey, I'm really mad about that Pistons loss. LaMelo Ball, really? This is what we doing?
We're going to talk about it.
This is what we doing.
Just a little bit.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Woodward Sports MVP in the TD booth. That is JB Smooth. What up, though? I love the hoodie.
I'm a little upset.
What?
A little upset, man.
I don't know. I heard something completely different.
Well, what did you hear?
Just go on ahead.
All I know is I'm a little upset, man.
LaMelo or Brandon Miller?
More Brandon Miller than anything.
Yeah.
But damn, the box out. Just come on.
Yeah, you can't.
Come on. These are the games that we need right here. And just to let this one slip away, it's embarrassing.
You're right. I mean, there is no excuse for that. And I know just if we could talk Pistons briefly, and then I definitely want to hear Flannel on the Red Wings stuff too. And I know you got your takes on Pistons. That's what I love about this crew. Everybody here is knowledgeable and passionate about the Pistons. But just my quick takeaways, everybody instantly went to Cade needs to be better than a second triple-double in a run. I get it. I believe that there's an aspect or level of criticism that you levy. Yes, Cade has to be better. But when you speak of solutions, that's where this isn't as one-to-one. Cade, just go out there and do it. Averaging a career high in minutes, almost at his career high in usage rate. And he's putting up better stats than he has ever put up, and the team is looking far more competitive. But it's like we've been talking about all season when we saw them losing the same way. We stated, if this team doesn't bottle up this recipe, go and look at each and every one of the wins. And it was part of the question that I got to ask JB Bickerstaff in a press conference after the Lakers win. Hey, the wins, you guys have 6 players in double figures. What have you figured out? But you go and you look at the losses, and and in the game with Tobias Harris and Malik Beasley combined for 1 for 10 from behind the arc, I guess it's, to some, it might be a little bit easier to ask of Cade, hey, Cade, can you give us something more as a part of your triple-double so we can win? Look, I want him better, but they're going to have to do something to give him a little bit more. That's the reason why they signed these vets in the offseason, was so that we wouldn't be saying these things. Instead, it looked like the ghost of Alec Burke and Bojan Bogdanovic dragging their legs across the court last night.
Sure.
It just, I don't know. They're going to have to figure out who that third wheel is. And Jalen Duren, the ankle injuries, I'm hoping he's okay long term. But if they have to deal with that again for another season, that's not going to spell a good recipe.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that Cade, especially in the second half, went cold, wasn't great. Not all triple-doubles are created equal. This one was more inefficient, especially in the second half, but you nailed it when it comes to Tobias Harris and Malik Beasley. 1 of 10 from 3. Malik Beasley, 2 of 11. It can't happen. That's not why you signed a guy like that. That's not why you signed a Tobias Harris, who, other than his three ball, was actually pretty good. But Cade needs to be better, but I also think you have to acknowledge that his help, other than Jaden Ivey and Paul Reed, maybe wasn't up to par either. And Paul Reed, shout out Paul Reed, by the way. I'm really upset that the Pistons wasted that performance.
We've been saying all season as well that he needs to play a little bit more. And that's where I agree. Cade needs to be better. 4 assists and 4 rebounds in that fourth quarter for Cade Cunningham, and a whole lot of potential assists. Why? Because people were missing some wide open shots. And that's where I'm just like, if he's going to play his career high in minutes, all of us have played some form of sports. Stamina is a real thing. I don't believe that Cade Cunningham is going to be the first player in NBA history to achieve this perfection as relates to the collision course of effectiveness, efficiency, and playing all the minutes and literally doing everything while you're in. Kevin Durant doesn't even have that type of responsibility. His usage rate is much lower. His responsibility is much lower. The help around him is much better. Those are the things that we're talking about. So it's like, if Cade Cunningham has to be that player that we want. I heard everybody tell me this, that LeBron James needed more help. LeBron James needed more help. I heard that for a generation upon a generation upon a generation. And Cade still, to this point, has never had a team as good talent-wise as some of those ones that LeBron James had in his Cleveland years. No matter what people want to do to scoff at the talent, there were at least some washed all-stars on that squad. Cade has not had that type of help on this team yet.
No, he has not. And Chuck Brewer in the chat, no, Sam, it wasn't Cade, it was the defense on him, and the folks didn't pick up the slack. And there's definitely some merit to that. I am not coming down on Cade Cunningham at all. I just think that even he would tell you that he's got to be more efficient. And that's okay, by the way. There's no criticism whatsoever. And you're right.
Yeah, others and I agree with that too.
Others didn't pick up the slack, but you also have to give some credit to Jaden Ivey played his ass off as well.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. Jaden Ivey has been the star to start the season for the Pistons. Are you talking about a model of consistency, a model of resilience, a model of taking what we saw the last 15 games of last season and saying this is not a fluke. This is just who I am, and it's just getting better for Jaden Ivey. And I like what I'm seeing out of him. And, yes, what I'm saying is I agree. Cade has to be better.
Yeah.
But is the solution, Cade, get a free throw call. Cade, make another shot. You're averaging the most on the team. Make another one. Not expect Tobias to just hit 1-3. That's where I'm at. It's like, what's the solution to achieve Cade Cunningham being better in the fourth quarter? Is it just Cade? Hey, here's a stamina pack because this is NBA 2K. Like, that's not how this works. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't want to just talk about Cade be better. Tell me how, if you were the coach in the GM, how are you making the situation work better for Cade Cunningham? That's what I'm stating.
And just a quick tidbit, Tobias needs to be pointed out. And I know it's early, don't get me wrong, but the fact that he is hitting 16% of his threes, that is atrocious. I'm sorry. Like, you were the veteran.
No. You didn't hear? Cade has to have a quadruple double. He has to have a quadruple. Tobias doesn't have to be called out. It's all on Cade. That's what this is about.
Nah, man. Look 48 minutes.
Look at Kool-Aid on his I was told shit, man. I love that. I love the energy from you, bro.
Inject that into my veins, Kool-Aid.
For real.
Inject it right here. Right here.
16%, that is atrocious, and this is what you were brought in to do. It's cool that you were 7 for 12. It's cool that you do other things on the floor, but in winning time, we need you to hit three-point shots. You were brought here to space the floor. 16% is not good enough from the best veteran on your team.
No, I'm sorry. And if you want to go even further, Malik Beasley is shooting 32% from the floor.
Yeah, that's bad.
They've had moments, both of them have. Don't get me wrong, but
more Malik than Tobias. But.
Well, that's the thing. There will actually be living, breathing human beings, including our own Sam Stick Day, that will blame that on Cade Cunningham not making his teammates better. I swear to God, you will hear that. I have heard that. You will hear that today. You will hear that in this chat. You will hear that until the end of time. That Cade Cunningham he doesn't motivate his teammates to make more shots or something like that.
He's going to be fired up right now. I have nothing more to say, bro.
You started it. You actually started it. And I just had to piggyback on that because I was actually willing to give more, I would say, soft criticism of Cade.
Quarter, he literally was offense.
Oh, yeah.
Then they say, oh, he was so bad in the second quarter. Bro, he played the whole first quarter and was everything. And you know what I saw one commenter say? Yeah, but that's because he was making all easy shots.
He was getting to the rim at will.
Yeah.
That's a skill.
And that's what I'm saying. But he didn't make that happen, apparently.
Yeah,
it was what
yeah.
the Hornets gave him. And that's
Yeah.
where I'm just like, there is not going to be a win with him. And that's where I'm just saying, yes, we can all kumbaya at this space. And Cade will be at the same table saying, I need to play better in the fourth quarter. He needs to be better in the fourth. Nobody is disregarding that. Nobody's sitting here saying that he's above reproach or criticism. The thing is, just what's the solution? And then when we look across the box score and we look at what people were brought in to do, you did not pay. No matter what people want to say about the contract extension, your highest paid player on the team right now is Tobias Harris, who was brought in this year to still be a baller. We thought pencil him in for 17 points every night. If he did that last night, we win the game. But he didn't do that last night.
He didn't do that.
1-3 gets him there.
If he makes his only free throw of the night, that ties the game. The Pistons shot 5 for 9 from the free throw line. Charlotte was 16 for 16. If we can just make our free throws, it's a whole different game.
Herb Nice asked a good question. Where does Bickerstaff fit into this? And that's where I do believe he's made some necessary things. But that last night, I can't really put a lot on him. You're getting a lot out of a little. Ron Holland the rookie played big minutes, who a lot of you didn't have any expectations for. And I'm,
big
chat
bucket
family.
at the end, by the way. That steal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where's Jalen Duren? The last 2 games, what was a part of that mix? You talked about it yesterday, KG. Jalen Duren. If you miss a Jalen Duren, I feel like if he's in that game, that's our rebound.
There you go.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, so with JB Bickerstaff, he made the necessary tweaks that I wanted to see. There are things that I was still like. I wanted, like you, Flannel. I wanted to see Paul Reed sooner in the season. I feel like he has something to contribute, something to add to this team. I just do. So I'm glad that you called that out. But with JB Bickerstaff, he made the tweaks. We saw it after the Knicks game, and it panned out beautifully. A large part of it is going to be what these young players do. But when you go and you spend the money on 3 players that came from championship-chasing teams last year, you expect those guys to be exactly what we all thought they were going to be. We all talked about it, all free agents when we got them. Now all of a sudden, they're not showing up the ways that we thought. Tim Hardaway Jr. definitely has shown up. Him and Ivy from the guard position and Ron Holland have been, awesome as it relates to compliments to Cade.
Sure, and Ron Holland, on brand. I'll say on brand. I don't have any worries about him, but man,
you gotta talk Red Wings in the next segment.
Yes. Let's because we gotta lighten the mood a little bit. Because last night's Pistons loss was I agree.
One more mitten made.
Yeah.
Pistons need a point guard. That's what I think this is. The backup point guard is a black hole right now.
Yes, it is 100%. But do you know what is not a black hole? Planet Fitness. It most certainly isn't a black hole because there are so many of them across the United States. It's
It's
actually
a galaxy.
I'm about to say.